Welcome back to another episode of Road to William. I got my cousin on here, Ashley from Ivy Ballin Basketball
Hey,
Show.
hey.
Ashley, tell us any updates on give us some sport updates on basketball. What's going on with
Well,
basketball? Because I've missed all of the games.
the NBA Finals is starting tonight against Heat versus Denver. I
Mm,
got Denver winning.
mm.
But the Heat, they don't back down.
Jimmy Butler is
Um,
doing damage, I hear.
yeah, he did it to the Bucks. He did it to the Knicks. He just did it to the Celtics.
Uh,
He's playoff Jimmy.
you
He
think the
gets
Nuggets are
buckets.
going to sweep it?
I think
The Heat is going to sweep. I saw that was on yo. Check out Ashley's I Be Ballin basketball group on Facebook. Join. That's where you get all the
Oh yeah.
updates. That's where you can participate in votes. You can also be a guest on her show. So yeah, check out that. I'll make sure I have the link in the description. I Be Ballin.
I beat ballin'.
Her mixtape
Yeah.
dropping soon. We're waiting on that. Gospel Hot mixtape. Show Lecrae and NF and Andy Mino. What's up?
Yeah. I got, you know, some gospel tunes that, you're gonna want to check out. I also make basketball songs too.
Yep. B-ball. B-ball music. But who do you think is gonna sweep it? Heat or the Nuggets?
The Nuggets have a chance to sweep, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they're gonna do it because the Heat, they're gonna get at least one, you know.
Mm.
We'll see.
How did you feel about the Heat, even though they're the team that defeated the Bucks?
I don't like them. I don't like the Heat, but I respect them. I respect their
Mm-hmm.
culture. They have one of the best coaches in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't quit. They believe in each other.
Mm.
Um, but the Bucks will be back. The Bucks will be back. We got a new coach, so let's see how that goes.
What's the coach news? Who's the new coach? And how do you feel about the old coach having to step down?
I wanted it, but I, I, I like that, he helped win us a championship, but
Mhm.
he's not good at making adjustments, and we needed a change. We got a new coach. His name is Griffin.
And before you
He's a
get to that,
black coach.
somebody I forgot who was saying. I'm gonna put a clip in, but somebody was upset. He had said they didn't like that um, the Bucks were giving up on their coach, but it's like people don't know that it was basically he got lucky that we even won the championship and kept him because he
Hmm.
was already on the rocks, and it just
Hmm.
so happened he was there when we won. I mean, that's how I feel about it.
He took us to a next level, but I wouldn't say, yeah, he was on the hot seat actually in
Mm-hmm.
2021. If we didn't win the championship, he would have been gone.
Yeah.
I just don't think it was more so Giannis and Chris and Drew and PJ Tucker and Bobby. It was more so the players than the coach, in my eyes. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I had to rank it, he would be maybe top 7 reasons that we won the championship. I wouldn't put him in the top 5 or top 3. Sorry, bud. But I just don't think that's, and also people need to realize coaches are always going to be the scapegoats. They're always going to get like a 5-year contract, and maybe they get fired in the third year, because people want to win. And when you don't produce results, if you think about it, the Bucks could have won 3 championships while Bud was coaching, but it didn't happen because, I'm not saying it's all on him, but if he would have made adjustments properly, maybe we could have won 2. Maybe we could have won 3. We got 1, which, is great, but we
Right.
could have got more. And I'm not saying it's all his fault. There's always a piece of the pie blame.
Where do you
Sometimes the
think,
players don't step up.
so where do you see the new coach? Do you see like good things in the future with the Bucks with him or what?
We have to wait and see because he's a new coach, and a lot of people were like, "Why did we pick a new coach? We should have picked a veteran." A lot of people wanted Nick Nurse, but Nick Nurse actually dropped out of the race for some reason. Um, he's the 76ers new coach, but I think from what I heard, he's good with leadership, player development, and defense. Um, from what I heard, he's been a long time assistant, and he's finally getting this chance. And he's a black coach too, which hey, woo woo,
Do you
you know,
see yourself doing that someday, being a coach?
absolutely not. I I don't see that. I could see myself training someone. That would be nice,
With the
But
teeth on you, that's
coaching?
right.
Oh no. Yeah. The WNBA is starting, and my latest episode is about the WNBA. It's a preview of it, so go check that out as well.
Well, let's get into it. We got we're recapping Power Book 2. How did you feel about this season?
Oh, this season was cracking, y'all. Especially like usually it's like the season finale is like a boom, but episodes 8 and 9 and 10, even 7 was boom, boom, boom. Bunch of cliffhangers, and it was great how they ended it. Because like the first episode of the season didn't really it didn't really get me excited, but toward the end it got really exciting.
We're gonna do it like we did BMF and Bel Air. Go check out those. I watch those sometimes and I just like sit back and laugh because well, anytime we do videos together, like it's always funny. Like the Raising Kanan one's still one of my favorite ones we've reviewed. But yeah, this latest one, go watch that one. Um, but we're gonna just dive into it random. We might start in the middle, beginning, and I don't know. I want to start with um, okay. So what I noticed in this, what was the season 3? Yeah, season 3. What I noticed was the first episode. I forgot her name, but basically the new drug lord, like the new enemy.
Omi.
What's her name?
Omi.
Omi. Is that her name? She's
I
running
think so.
everything, and first episode, you see she's not playing any games. The way she approached that couple, and he's trying to propose to his lady, and she says yes. He puts the ring on her finger. Here come Omi, like, oh hey, I need that ring. That's not it. That's my ex ring. He gave it to me. Blah blah blah. And he's like, well, I bought it. Da, 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 da. Why didn't you give it? They would. I don't know if they would give it back, but I mean, there were so many other ways. But it showed her how crazy she is. But then at the very end, because the first episode, she had power. We saw the power she had. But then at the end, episode 10, we saw that all her power could be gone in a poof. Like we don't know who died at the end. And I've been trying to watch. Do you watch The Crew Has It with Michael Rainey Jr. and
I watch that sometimes.
they got a new one out. They always drop on a Tuesday, and they dropped one, and it had Diana and Drew on there, and I'm like trying to decipher like who, but no one's saying anything. Like they can't say anything, but I was like still within them words. I'm like, what do y'all mean by that? Like trying to figure it out, but because Drew said even the way he was like he said he was trying to position himself so it seemed like he didn't get shot. I'm like, how do you have control of that if they're gonna let you go? But you don't know who's got shot. You don't like if they were smart, Kane would have aimed that gun at Omi. Why are y'all aiming it at Tariq? Y'all still gonna have y'all same issues if y'all kill him.
Yeah.
You would solve half your problems if you kill Omi. She's the one who's telling y'all to do this. They're forgetting
Yeah.
she's the one who came in the game, telling y'all need to do this, y'all need to move this or else. But now y'all stupid and all teamed up against the very guy who brought y'all all together. That's kind of crazy to me. Effie and her feelings playing both sides, that's messy. You already know Kane and Tariq don't like, you know they can't stand each other. And you still go ahead and be the Mia in Best Man. I'm still mad about that movie. And then Best Man Holiday, she said, yeah, I chose him on purpose. And Morris Chestnut, it's just like how do you respond to that? You blaming your best friend, and they're both at fault, but she a little bit melt. She
Facial
should still
expression.
put a ring on that finger. No, absolutely not. Anyway, it has nothing to do with that. I'm saying, how dare she do that? How do you feel about that? I've been rambling. How do you feel about that whole what I just said? All of that. The Tariq Kane, Effie. What's going on with Effie?
Uh, so the lady you were talking about, I think I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I know it's Noma, so it could be Nomi or Noma.
Noma, 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 Noma.
Okay,
People gonna be
Noma.
this woman saying on me.
Ah,
Okay, Noma.
Noma. So I can talk about each character that's behind you, really. I could talk about all that. But what you said, Effie, she's definitely playing both sides. It's crazy too because Effie was like talking to Tyreek like, um, what are we? She was still trying to get with Tyreek, but
Yeah,
at the same time went behind his back after he got you out of jail, and now you teamed up. You told Noma about her daughter and everything. Um,
Effie is Noma's daughter.
you think that?
That's what's speculating. Because
Oh,
when at the end, Noma was like, I moved my daughter, in a safe space now. Like we're like, well, what?
hmm,
And we still don't know. We just know that painting.
hmm,
All we know is that painting.
hmm. That's what's speculating. Hmm.
Yeah, at MovieBot, shout out to MovieBot for breaking stuff down, and confusing me even more. I'm like, oh my, I don't know. Now I don't know what to think, you know?
I'm not really sure what Effie is doing.
Mhm,
We're gonna definitely have a lot of more new characters.
mhm.
Because now it's like the Hadas and Tyreek, now it's everybody. But I think Tyreek is gonna get more people in his army, so to speak. He has Braden, and Braden, he really stepped up. He's like Tommy being best friends with, Ghost, the dad. Braden really stepped up because I didn't think he was about that life. But I think after accidentally pushing his uncle, he probably woke up, a monster inside of him because he came in guns blazing like, hey, I want to be out the game, but at the same time, I got to help my dude out.
Yeah. Another
And I think,
speculation,
oh,
another speculation is that Braden's uncle is really his father, but he doesn't know it yet.
that could be interesting. It could mess him up psychologically, I think.
Yeah,
And he could definitely be mad at his family for not telling him.
true.
Um, so that's even more drama.
Hmm.
So that's a good speculation. Good speculation,
Yeah.
I think who else is behind you? Monet, she got shot up. Um, and it's like the whole Zeke thing. It's like she didn't want Zeke to be a part of that life. So I think that's why she took it so hard. Like, I wanted you to get,
Mm,
not be in the drug game and go with your basketball career. So
right.
that was like her baby, her child. And it's like the other kids, Drew and Kane and Diana, it's like, are they really your kids? Because you don't really treat them like a mother would treat the kids. You're treating them like employees.
You know,
um
you know what I liked about Kane was because what they want you to do, they want you to like hate Kane. But this season has shown his vulnerability more. Like we see, like he's fell in love with Effie. He's going to far lengths as to even trying to become her lawyer, fake lawyer to get her out. And he's paying for her. You know what I'm saying? He's really falling for this girl. And but he took his brother and sister to the side when they found out that Monet killed their father. um, he was like, "Do y'all know what y'all doing?" And it was funny. He called Diana. He said, "You over there trying to be a sorority girl or a fake cheerleader or something." It was funny, but he was like, "You over there pretending like you in college," and he said, "Drew, you over here." I forgot what he said about you. Drew is all over the place. That's who need to. I don't want him to go, but like he's getting a little crazy. Like, he's not making rash decisions. He's falling in love. He's in love with this basketball player who don't love him. He's just using him every time. He wants. We saw what he wants. We saw what kind of guy he wants, and it's not. You're not his type at all. And so, and he's like, he's the whole reason everything got leaked. Why this war started? Like,
hmm
you're running your mouth in public, yelling and screaming, and then you kill the one you love. Like, what is this? What is with people killing the one they love? BMX, when he killed his girlfriend, now he's sad about it. You killed her. He killed his boy,
yeah.
the only guy who probably truly loves him and ever will love him. You kill him in the chest, in the heart. The Noma's bodyguard. He's gonna have. I believe his family might help Tariq in the long run. Like when we
Yeah.
start creating a new team, I think because at first it seems like no, we know Noma, like she's all for herself, but you thought he was like the same way until you notice, okay, no, the bodyguard, he's actually like loyal, but then he starts seeing the way she did him was so wrong. Marked him by his eye, like, and he was trying to protect her. He wasn't trying to be grimy, but he was trying to, but he goes with he's a loyal guy, so he made sure Braden was in that room, and I think because Tariq helped him with his family getting green cards, he gonna return the favor in a major way, and not just that Braden situation. I think it's gonna go for life. Monet got shot up. Some people believe that she might have seen who shot her, and so she know it's not gonna be Tariq off rip. And but I thought that scene was funny because Tasha is so goofy. She always have me laughing because if you notice in the scene when they driving off, she's driving off and Tariq's trying to look like, who is that? It's his mama and she like hunched over in the seat like, oh, Sasha. And I'm like, what? Where did she come from? But that made sense. It's like, okay, the power people are really about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
if Tariq in trouble, she's supposed to be hiding. She's not even supposed to be here. And she's like, no, y'all ain't about to try and set up myself. Blah, 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 blah. How did you even know that meeting was happening? But Monet, I feel like she was being dubious because why are you walking around with Diana knowing Diana can't stand you? The last time y'all met up, y'all were boxing each other. You trust her now.
Well, Monet did say sorry to Diana, so that is a big step for Monet.
Mm,
But yeah, Diana still tried to kill her, make a plan to kill her. Um, and it's crazy because Sax, even though he's dead, he's still making moves with all these letters. And
Power moves. He's making power moves.
Oh, I see what you did. I do like Tommy and Tasha coming back, you know.
Oh,
Um, Diana, I thought she wanted to be just about school and stuff, but now we're seeing that she's kind of grimy and sneaky too.
and then when she found out who did it, it's turning a rough. It's like she's turning it. Not she's not turning into jukebox, but I think certain moments are happening where they're evolving into a different person.
Yeah, you're
Traumatic things in
seeing,
their lives are happening, and they're turning into different people.
yeah, you're seeing their true colors or how they're gonna grow up to be. You know, Diana pretended to be Monet with the red wig, and
And of course, Tommy Mama ain't gonna know. Oh, Tommy's mother is so funny to me. Like,
yeah, yeah, she's always funny in every scene.
she
Even
might
in
have seen
Power,
Ricky
she was
Riggs.
funny. Method Man? Well, he just lost his brother, so we're probably gonna see more how that affects him. Is he gonna be in the right state of mind? But I
Mm,
think he's still gonna be with Tyreek, still on his side. Also, Method Man, he's a great actor. You know, first when he was in How High, it was like, okay, you know, he can act. But now he's digging emotionally, you know, and he's been in many movies. So he can do comedy and drama, you know, crying when his brother died, you know, he's drinking now.
and I noticed like he's not as much as like Lorenz Tate character is with Tariq. Remember when Method Man was more like, I'll do this if you give me money. But now, like, since his brother died and he's talking with Tariq, he's just doing it off like loyalty now.
Yeah, that's a great catch. Great catch.
But
Great
Lorenz
catch.
Tate is still a slime ball. I don't know why that lady is trying to marry him. Or now she's not anymore, but she thought he changed. No.
He's all about getting elected. What can help me get elected?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Red background like this, red juice. A lot of blood. A lot of bloodshed. It's gonna be a lot of bloodshed. Red represents, you know, evil and, you know, scariness, you know. So I like those suits.
How you feel about Lauren's character?
Lauren's character is interesting because at the end, you saw the last scene, she was leaving with her parents. So we're gonna see, is she gonna be more involved in season 4, or
Mm,
or is she gonna leave? I think she still loves Tyreek, and that's why she was helping him.
mm.
But I do like how she came back, even though, like, you know, she pretended to be dead. She still got Effie in her place. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
gonna
Like I
get
could do damage, but power moves.
you. It's all about those
But
power
why
moves.
did she throw the phone in the garbage? Just all of that information you have is still on there. And you know they're gonna be coming to look for you. Why did you throw that phone in the garbage? Break it up and throw it in the water. What are we doing?
A lot of these
Look for
moves
her.
that people are making are probably gonna come back to bite them eventually. Like Diana, you know, and Drew. You know, they wanted to play, they really playing everybody. You know, they playing Kane because they know Kane doesn't like Tyreek,
Mhm.
you know, and they're also trying to get rid of Tyreek when really y'all should just be continuing to bond together.
Do you,
Um,
do you think that Tariq would have really shot Monet? If his mom didn't step in, do you think he would have really shot her? Or what do you think he would have just drove off?
I think he would have, and
Ooh,
here's why.
ooh,
They was trying to get him to shoot Monet, but they needed a reason why. And so that's why Diana pretended to be Monet with the wig, because if Monet gave up Tasha's location and trying to kill Tasha, that makes Tariq want to kill Monet. Like, you don't try to come at my mother, you know?
That's true. But how they did his father, he didn't have to go out like that. Like he made a mistake. Like it's different if and Kane knows that too. He's like, it's different if he was he didn't like that she had a son on that, out the out of their relationship, but he still accepted it. But he wasn't trying to do that. So the way they took him out was like ruthless. Drew's boyfriend's family, the mother, I remember she played in New York Undercover, but she's probably played in plenty other stuff. But that's what I remembered her for. And the way she had to tell Drew, like, your mother is the reason for all this. The way they went out was, I didn't like that they had to go out, but they were just gonna keep going back and forth. I
Yeah.
think that would have been never ending. Effie, she's trying to find herself because her and Tariq, we can't forget that they were on top of the roof of like, weren't they in Italy or something? They were out of the country on the roof having dinner, talking about. He was like, "You, if you go to Stanford, like wherever you go, I'll go and I'll move my family there so we can be a family." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is great!" Then here come Noma being, "Hey, I'm here to make sure y'all work for me forever." Like, we're trying to get out of the game, lady. She's like, "I don't care." And I think they're trying to do what his father did. Like they're trying to, and he should feel more. He should feel like, I still don't think he respects Ghost as his father because you're making the same moves he would make. He's trying to get out of the game. And so are you, and you're trying to have a family. And so was, yeah, I don't know what he was doing, but I don't know what Ghost was doing. He was up in there with family, but you're trying to do your dad's moves, but are he still doesn't respect him. Like I like how Tasha got Tariq in his place because he was like, I'm better than him. She was like, your father may have been a lot of things, but he was smart. He was strong. Like so, I'm glad she reminded him, like, you're still a baby. You're, you're nowhere half of what he was at your age. You guys were brought up differently. But Effie, how do you feel about Effie and Tariq? Where do you think it's going? Do you think they might come back together, or is it a done deal?
I think it's a done deal because the moment, remember they were driving down and Tariq was mad at Effie and was taking her to the same place that Effie, tried to kill Lauren. Once he found out that Lauren was alive and that Effie was the cause of, the disappearance, that broke everything. Also, he got her out of jail. She flipped on him again. So that's another check. So it's like strike one, strike two. I just think it's over for them. She even tried to tell Tariq about, her background as a child, and he was like, okay. And he just brushed it off because he was just so mad about the Lauren thing.
They were on the crew has it. They were talking about maybe they want in the future, like all of the worlds to kind of connect in some way, like have crossover shows. How do you think that would go? Like, obviously not Raising Kanan, but if like Force and Ghost were to start incorporating some of their shows together, how do you think that would go?
I think it will go pretty good because, you can create spin-offs after spin-offs after spin-offs. You can kind of try to do what Blackish tried to do. Like Oldish, I thought they was gonna do that, but it never happened. So that would have been funny. Yeah, so I think all the worlds connecting, it can happen because Marvel does it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, they bring all the superheroes together, and then there's TV shows, there's movies upon movies,
And
as long as you have great writers.
where do you think the friendship with Braden and Tariq is going? Because in the middle of it, of this season, their friendship was at a breaking point, and Effie, I think, also kind of feels a way that Braden is given a second chance, but not her. But I think it's a little different with them because you guys were in a relationship, like not just a friendship. Like it was deeper than that. So I think he can forgive Braden also because Braden necessarily he was trying to save her, and Effie was really trying to get rid of her.
As far as the relationship with Tyreek and Tommy, I mean Tyreek and Braden. Oh my goodness. Tommy and Braden needs to meet. The two
That's what a
white
lot of people are
dudes
saying.
need to meet. But I think their relationship is strong because Braden, yeah, it was definitely rocky. It's like he was like, "Are you in? Are you out? You gotta help me, Braden. You gotta help me. Are you in? Or are you out?" um, and Braden was like, "I don't want to end up like you, Tyreek. I see what you've become. I don't want to end up." But he went guns a blazing, and I think that's showing Tyreek like, "Oh, you really is my dog, and I know you big time because if Braden didn't help you, you would have been dead." At the end of the season. So
Do
I
you
think that
think
they're
Ghost
gonna
will
be
come
like
back?
this.
Do you think Ghost is ever gonna come back?
Pay him the money, and then we can do it. Give him the money because it's called Power Book 2 Ghost. That means, Ghost is his name. Power is the game. That's how it started. Power, and with Ghost, he's the main reason. Why did you name the spinoff Power Book 2 Ghost? Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense if you weren't going to bring it back? And it's called a book. So you're going to have chapters upon chapters upon chapters. It's going to be a saga like Harry Potter.
Any predictions for season 4?
My prediction is Tyreek is going to team up with Obi because of the green cards.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to create their own team. The Tanadas may never squash the beef with Tyreek. And I think Drew's gonna die in next season because I feel like who's a person that could die but won't be missed as much, and I think Drew is the one.
It was kind of like Zeke.
Yeah.
But it could be Noma. I think it might be Noma.
Oh yeah, Noma. Yeah, Noma. Yeah.
People want to say it's Kane, but that's because they saw him get shot. But I don't think it's Kane. It might
Kane's
even
too
be
important.
Effie. Yeah.
It could be Effie too.
Thank you for coming on the show, cuz.